Hi muckers, it is me, and I'm currently in my bathroom, and you can see the boys behind me. I am going to be giving a Tyler update today, and basically talk about what has been happening. He's really hungry right now, so I'm gonna feed him, which is a good sign, by the way, that he is hungry. So I'm going to, he knows he's getting fed, I'm just gonna position the camera down a little bit here. Just so you can see them while I'm feeding them. And then we're going to talk about what has been happening. And also where Gomez is. Because, you know, I have the 3 boys. Okay, so let me put this wet food sachet down for him. So, we're currently in my bathroom. And, let me put this up here. Or over here, actually. We're currently in my bathroom. And the bathroom is like sleepover central for the kitties right now. I had to completely transform like a certain area in my place that would be just for the cats isolated, and I'll get to that. But basically really like quickly on that is the dogs just came back from Ireland, and there's a lot going wrong with Tyler's health right now, and he has a really bad heart, especially right now, and I don't want to be stressing him out by being reintroduced to the dogs who all they want to do is play, they mean well, but it might stress them out a bit. So they've been in here for the past couple days by guidance of my vet. But by the way, that he is eating, sorry, it's literally a mess in here because they've been in here a few days and they're making a mess, obviously. The fact that Tyler is eating is a really good sign, because there was a couple days where he was not eating at all and he didn't eat for 4 days. So the fact he's scoffing down on food, look at his little cone that he keeps kicking off. The fact that they're eating food, or that he's eating food, sorry, is a sign that his meds are working. So I'm gonna let him eat for a bit, and then whenever he's done, I can show you him. But Milo has been just the best, like waiting for Tyler to finish eating and all these different things. So first of all, I wanna address where Gomez is. So Gomez is currently with my friend Emily. Now, if you're aware, if you watch the videos, you know that whenever I go away on trips, go back home, that Emily looks after the cats. Emily's one of my good friends. However, so I'm trying to like get the timeline of what has happened with Tyler's health. But basically, a couple days before Tyler started really going downhill, Tyler's the ginger one, Gomez was really starting to become a problem with Tyler. I mean, stopping him eating, like would attack him whenever he tried to eat, was just attacking him in general, was doing the same to Milo, and this was before anything was really happening with Tyler's health. But I was noticing Tyler was he wasn't, fighting back. You know the way cats play fight? I don't mean Gomez was like pinning him down and like boom, boom, boom. I mean the way cats play fight, but Tyler was not engaging back. So Tyler was just kind of getting, the rough end of it. So that happened for like a day. And then the next day it started happening again, and Tyler was not playing back, but Milo was. So I called up Emily and I was like, hey, like, I kind of want to like analyze Tyler for a bit. Are you able to take Gomez for the night? So she took him, and then it was the next day that I noticed that Tyler started going a little bit downhill. And I was like, so basically, thank yous to Emily in the chat, please, because she's made this process a lot easier. So that's where Gomez is right now. And things just kept deteriorating with Tyler, that I kind of had to like prolong the process of Gomez and Tyler's like separation, just because Tyler's not strong to even play fight right now. So again, what I will tell you, I'm gonna explain everything and what the fuck has been happening. Hi, beautiful. The fact that he's eating, like I said, no matter how many times I tell you this, is a huge deal, because he went 3 or 4 days without eating. He was drinking water, but he wasn't eating. And I mean, he lost so much weight that I couldn't recognize him. He was gaunt, his face was whatever. So the fact he is enjoying his food is such a beautiful, beautiful, like amazing sign. Whenever he's done eating, obviously we'll be able to like look at him and I'll be able to show you what I mean from whatever I'm talking. Sorry, this is like all over the place. Like everything has just been so fucking awful and hectic recently. So here's what happened with Tyler. I came back from Ireland And the cats came back to the apartment, and we were like a good few days in, and everything was fine. We were really excited to see the cats. Cats were going on as normal, but there was one day that I noticed that Tyler went to the bathroom like 10 times within an hour. And I was like, that's really weird, because he's not increasing his eating, increasing his water, whatever like that. And this was around the time when he wasn't really responding back to like playing with Gomez and even Milo. So I was, okay. So then Gomez went, and Milo kind of liked sleeping all the time, so it was easier to analyze the cats. So then I noticed that Tyler is not producing anything whenever he goes to the bathroom. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, okay, maybe he's constipated, maybe whatever. So I give it a moment, and then the next day is the exact same. And I kind of call the vets about it, and they're like, oh, maybe he's just constipated, like, unless this goes on, like, another day, like, let us know, because you are saying that, you know, he doesn't seem to, like, he doesn't seem to be in pain, but he just wants to go to the bathroom every once in a while. He's currently going in right now. So the vets and I were kind of talking every day, and we were kind of keeping, you know, up to date. But there was one day where he just wasn't himself. He wasn't himself. He was going to the bathroom all these times again, but he wasn't himself. And I call the vets, and I'm like, can I please bring him in? Because there's something wrong with my cat. Like, there is something wrong with my cat. He is not, I know you're saying he may be constipated and blah, blah, blah. That is not my cat. He's acting really, 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 like, different. And so here he is right now. He's just finished eating, and I want to see if I can get him over to show y'all. So here he is. Now his face looks super, you know, messy, and he has like a lot of stuff in his eyes. He just got cleaned earlier this evening. Oh, sorry, he wants to go down. Sorry, he's really liking resting. I cleaned that earlier this evening, but it is constantly coming out, so I'm trying not to bother him so much, but I'm also trying to keep him as clean as possible, so it's like a task. So I bring him into the vets, and the main thing on the head for me is I weigh my cats every 2 weeks. And Tyler's 2-week weigh-in was, so my phone's going off, was significantly less than the 2 weeks before. And I knew he looked a lot skinnier than what he had, which was why I was telling the vets, like, he's like seemingly lost a lot of weight, and he is going to the bathroom all the time, and I'm like, what's going on here? But they were like, let's monitor it, maybe it's just constipation, whatever. So finally on that day where I was like, I really need to bring him in, like, please can I bring him in, like, this is not my cat, like, there's something very, very, very wrong. They go yes, and I get an emergency appointment, and I bring him in, and my speculation was right. I know my animals. I know my animals. So that's like my thing. It's like, please, at certain times you have to go against like the professionals, and if you know your animals. So I wish that I had gone to the vets the couple days before that, whenever they were saying, no, it's just constipation or whatever, just keep an eye on him. I wish I had gone then, because I knew that there was something wrong with my cat. But anyway, so I go to the vets, and they tell me that, wow, he's a 2-year-old cat. He looks like an 8-year-old cat. Like, he's lost so much weight within a short period of time, because I gave them day by day, you know, the way I like the 2-week by 2-week weighing. And I know it's annoying. I know it's weird to like weigh your animals that consistently, but I always have, just to make, ever since I had like my guinea pigs, I like weighing my animals to make sure like there's nothing going wrong. So in that 2 weeks was whenever I was like, we must bring him in, because he is quite a slender frame anyway. But anyway, at least I had like the figures. And I was like, yeah, like I told you, like he really has been going to the bathroom a lot, but I think he's like not eating as much as what he has been. So it was so many things that I was telling them, and they are like, yeah, like he's, you know, really, you know, he looks fragile. And that was exactly the word I would use. Like he appeared fragile. He didn't appear like a 2-year-old cat, whereas he did the 2 weeks before. And again, he only really started to go downhill 48 hours before I took him to the vets. But again, they said it was nothing and to just monitor it. But then on the, so you know what I mean? So it was within like 48 hours, he got really thin looking, which we end up finding out was he was severely dehydrated. So that was making him look, you know, more gone. So we found out that he was dehydrated, he had a fever, and he basically was really sick. And he had an infection, like an overall infection. So then they do his blood work because they're trying to figure out if they're, and they feel his bladder and they're like, there's his bladder's not full. So he is going to the bathroom, but he's just going to the bathroom a lot, which was probably like the weight loss. He was, you know, a lot. So his bladder was not full. They check his, they do the blood work, and I pay a little bit extra for him to get like a really strong antibiotic that lasts for like 2 weeks. Now I'm talking, it was like £500. That and the blood work on my like first time to the vet cost, well, I didn't know what the breakdown was, but it was like 500 and then a 200 like emergency vet like to be seen. So then they call me with his blood work like an hour later, and they say his kidneys are fine. His kidneys don't seem to be bad. However, he has a slight heart murmur. Now, Tyler recently got a health check 3 to 6 months ago, which I do a health check for all my animals every 6 months. And in that last 6 month one, that was not something that was really noted. So I showed them his previous health, you know, things from the vet 6 months ago, because I changed vets. And they go, okay, this wasn't noted, but he does have a slight heart murmur now. So he has quite a weak heart. And then they told me that he appears to have like a cyst on his genitals, and they are worried that it's cancer, and that they're worried that it's a tumor. Oh my god, it's been like days since I was told this as well, but I'm gonna cry again because seeing him now, he's a lot more less lifeless, but I had prepared to I also promised myself I wasn't going to cry in this video because I wanted to get everything out, so I'm not going to. So I had prepared on a couple days that I had lost him, and that I was going to walk in the morning and he wasn't going to be here anymore, or that he was in my arms and I thought he was going to stop breathing, and all these different things. So they need to figure out whether that cyst is cancerous, a tumor, or whether it's just a really bad inflammation infection. So he then got put on this, which is Loxicom, which he gets every single day. And it's a really, it is for inflammation, and it also is a pain medication, I think, and it has been life-changing to him. It has been life-changing. I mean, he appears in less pain than whenever he didn't have this. I mean, whenever he did not have this, he was like lying on his face down, and now he's like sitting like a normal cat and, you know, acting like a cat. You know, he's very weak, but he's acting like a cat. And he's going to the bathroom again because he stopped going to the bathroom the day after he went to the vet. So now it's been a couple days since the vet. I had not seen him go to the bathroom at all. Not even attempt to go into the litter box. So I've been terrified because today I had to tell the vets whether or not he had gone to the bathroom. And if Tyler had not gone to the bathroom by Monday, which is today, from when they saw him on the Friday, I think, then he needed to possibly be put down. And it has been the worst few days waiting for, I mean, literally just sitting by the litter box waiting for him to go. And he finally went to the bathroom yesterday, and I sobbed. I'm gonna fucking cry again. I sobbed because if he had not by today, he would have needed to have been put down, because they told me on Friday or whatever day I went, that if he had not gone to the bathroom by Monday, and I had told them that he had not gone to the bathroom by Monday, that we would have to have a serious conversation about his life, so putting him down. Because the other option is a really intense surgery that, like, they wouldn't have recommended for him to be done by Monday if he wasn't on a course of medication for a long period of time, because they wanted him to be on meds first. So he's gone to the bathroom by Monday. I mean, it was really small. It was not much. but it was the fact that he was able to go to the bathroom because the cyst was stopping him from going to the bathroom because he was obviously in so much pain. So the meds were working to allow him to go to the bathroom. It took a few days. He's on day 3 of medication, I think. Day 2. He started it on Sunday morning, I think. So the thing now is that Tyler is on that medication until Friday. And it's just like one thing after the next, because if the cyst has not gone down by Friday, then he needs to either have because the cyst is like changing the way he exists right now. Like, it is changing the way he goes to the bathroom, and the option on Friday will be the surgery to remove his entire genitals. Like, I mean everything. And they told me that the surgery is like making a way for him to be able to go to the bathroom out of like his tubes, or putting him down. And you never think you're gonna have these conversations. Like, you never think you're gonna have these conversations in general. You know, eventually there's not a possibility. There is, you know, you're going to lose your animals, but you don't think you're gonna have this conversation whenever they're just 2 years old, and whenever their health goes down the drain within 24 hours. So, people have been wanting an update, and there's been so many people sending every well wish, and I thank you so much for that. The update is, I don't know. The update is, I do not know. Like, if this medication works, then by Friday that cyst needs to be gone or be significantly gone. And I don't know if it's on the way to, I don't know, whatever. All I know is that he's in such little pain that he's able to go to the bathroom again. But on Friday, they told me as well that they were like, we don't even know if we would recommend the surgery. Like, we think it's too intense on him. So maybe it's just a conversation of deciding, you know, quality of life. And it's like these are so many like big decisions to make. And it's like, and then I'm trying to look at it from the least selfish point of view as possible. I don't want to lose my Tyler. I don't want to lose my baby boy. He was my first Brighton boy. Like, he's my first ever cat, like, on my own. But it's like, I don't want to, like, ever have to be in the decision of, like, ending one of my, like, pets' lives. But the fact that, like, I might have to in a couple days, and the fact that, like, again, I'm trying to look at it from, like, an unselfish point of view. I don't want to do it. I don't want to, like, lose him. But then it's like, would that surgery be too intense for him? Would that, like, would he not want to, like, is it, you know, there's so many things, and it's so, it's been the fucking week from hell. And it's been so difficult, like, seeing him in this state. And it's like, as the day goes on and I see him in more and more pain, it's like, I don't want him to be in pain. Like, and that is like almost like helping me with the decision in my head, but I don't want to have to make that decision. And it's like, so I guess all I can say is I'm praying, sending all my fucking well wishes. I'm doing everything that this fucking medication by Friday mostly gets rid of that fucking thing on him. Because I can't lose him. I can't lose him. Milo can't lose him. Gomez can't lose him. Like, the girls can't lose him. Like, he's the top dog. Like, he was the one that was here in the apartment first. Like, whenever I got Bonnie in Derry, and then she came from Derry to Brighton, like, 2 weeks into me living in Brighton. I got Tyler the second day I was in Brighton, and it was, you know, like, I cannot imagine not having him. And seeing him in a state where it's like, and then being told that, like, he has a weak heart, he is, you know, like, he has a weak body in general, is like, does this mean that, like, everything goes well here? That he has a bad life expectancy because he is, like, he has, like, a problematic body? Like, I do not know. So the reason that they're in this room isolated is because he's a stressed out heart anyway, and I don't want to, in the state of him being very ill, push anything more on him. So Oh my god, my legs are like dead from doing that. By the way, Milo is like, has just been sitting here watching me this entire time. Like, by the way, like, just like literally staring down at me. So, and one thing as well is, I was gonna lift him, but just, I wanna say this first. Whenever Tyler was in the vets, he was in the vets for a bit before I took him home. I came back to the apartment and just like seeing Milo on his own made me break down in tears, where I was like them two have been like day ones. Like them two specifically have been day ones. And I just can't imagine. I can't imagine losing him. I cannot imagine losing him. And I'm so scared. I'm so scared for the upcoming week. I really am. Because I don't think I can do it. I have to. I must. I don't want to cry. I have to. I must. But it's just, it's so scary to like. So, oh my god, it's the worst. Seeing them in pain. Are you good, Tyler? The muckers have been sending you so much love. They've been sending you so much love. Oh, sorry. I know. Sorry, I did want to show you him, but he really... I think he's enjoying being by himself here. So I won't bother him too much. But kind of let me move this down to show you a bit. So sorry I can't really, like, show you him that much, but he's, you know, eating from his dried in food plate because I've just been like feeding him constantly, like hoping like he's hungry and wants to eat and wants to gain weight, because he really was so tiny and so frail this past week. And so I've just been doing my best to feed him as much as possible. However much he wants to eat, he can have it. So yeah, I mean, that's the update. And I mean, his breathing is just really heavy as well because of, you know, the infection. And it's like, oh, now he wants to be held, I think. Hold on. It's because I gave him a little bit, and now I think he actually wants to. Oh, my goodness. You good boy? You good boy? You good boy? I think if I just, like, hold him in a more comfortable place. Are you good boy? You good? You looking up there? You looking up there? So yeah, after this I'm gonna clean his eyes again, but it's like, he's so cute. It's like every few hours it gets like really gunked up. And Milo's been so patient with him. Like so patient. I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh, you good? Are you good? Do you wanna go down? You can go down. There you go. It's been awful seeing him in this state. It's been awful. And I don't know what to do. Like, I have no idea what to do. So, this week is gonna be really intense. And I'm just hoping that this medication, like, works a wonder. So... there's the little update. I did want to film a video because I'm so grateful for those. That's him in the litter box again, so I like actually want to see if he does anything. Sorry, this is like really weird to include. Sorry, I know this is like awful to record. Did you do anything, bud? I don't think you did anything. You're trying your best. Fuck. I love you. Alright, muckers, I'll see you in my next one. Bye. I know, sweetie. Bye.